Hey guys, it's Diana. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I have another mystery project for you this evening that's very fun. It's very simple, but it's very fun. You know me, love me a simple card. So I hope you tune in and you enjoy this. If you're not stamping along with me tonight, I hope you re-watch it and play it again. But this isn't going to take very long for this project, so I'm just going to show you a couple of really fun things that I have coming up. I've got a couple of events coming up. World Card Making Day. Make sure you check out that information. It's on October 5th. So RSVP, come craft with me for the day. It's a virtual workshop, craft club type thing on the 5th of October. You can come and craft with me and it'll be virtual. So, oh, hey, hi, Tamala. So that's one thing, World Card Making Day. Watch for this coming up. This is the new Christmas ornaments kit, and I just thought I would show this to you because I just got it. But check out this cute ornament kit without the lights on it. Isn't that cute? Look at this, but look how big the ornaments are. Look how big those are. Anyway, you need to buy this kit now before it sells out, and then that way you can come and put it together. And it comes with these little bows and little pine cones and berries. So anyway, go ahead and get those on order now. I have a workshop coming up in November to put these together, but order them now so they don't run out, okay? The other thing, if you didn't watch, I did a virtual unboxing with this little fun thing. Look at that. One of our first scrapbooking workshops. I'm hoping to get something later in October scheduled to come and put together some of these pages. Isn't that fun? I went through all of this stuff on a previous video. So if you did not see that previous unboxing, just go back on my Facebook page and watch it because it's really cool. I go through everything that's in that kit, that scrapbooking kit. So, and look forward to a workshop to come and put some of those pages together. So, okay. Now getting on. Oh my gosh, you know what I did again? I forgot to print off the clue number 1 again. Gosh darn it. Well, okay. I know what's in it, so I'll just have to tell you what was on clue number 1. So hopefully you have clue number 1. It is listed under the event. So if you don't have clue number 1, go back to the event, or I'm going to go through it right now, and you can write stuff down real quick, okay? So we have, let's go through this real quick. I'll have these just kind of separated here. We have our card base, and I'm using white tonight, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Is it scored? Did I score it? Well, mine's not scored, but I'm going to score it right now by hand. How about that? It's scored now. So anyway, we have a regular cards base. Designer Series paper 4 3/4 by 2 1/4. So I picked this one. It is out of Wildly Flowering, and it's this one with all of this beautiful floral paper with the mauves and the blues and the chocolate colors and the mustard colors and the wheat. I guess that's called wild wheat. Isn't that pretty? All those different colors. I don't know. I just really love this paper. So anyway, that's what I'm using tonight for mine, and I just have a piece of that. You can use either side. Okay, and so that is 4 3/4 by 2 1/4. Foil cardstock, and I happen to have some foil cardstock. I think mine is actually a copper or brushed copper, but you can use anything any other color. You can use a black cardstock. You can use a color that coordinates with your designer series paper. You'll see once we get there that the background doesn't really matter, but the foil just adds a little bit of extra pizzazz. And this is 5 inches by 2.5 inches. Like I said, if you don't have foil, you can use whatever you have, just coordinated with the base. It kind of needs to be dark, a darker color. So white vanilla strip, 5 by 1. Colored cardstock, 5.5 by 1.5. I've just picked Midnight Muse because it goes with, or I'm sorry, Misty Moonlight, because it goes with the designer series paper. So that's the color I've got. And I don't think I had a stamp pad on there, but I mean, I had a stamp on there. So you are going to need your paper trimmer tonight. If you have a small one, that's fine too. You're not going to need to measure really. You're just going to need to cut in a straight line. Adhesive, which I didn't bring over. I'll go grab some. Dimensionals, which I thought I grabbed a few. Yep, I have a few dimensionals here. Sentiment stamp, I picked this one. It needs to fit into this. So your greeting, it just needs to be sent in that. So this Sweetly Scripted works perfectly. Love it. So the stamp sentiment to fit that, and then embellishments if desired. And I just have just a few of these little ones that were left over from my paper pumpkin. Okay, let me, oh, sorry about that. Let me grab some adhesive while, and of course, why would there be adhesive where I could find it? You know, why would that happen? You know, I'll just use this one. Okay, I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal this time. Okay, so that was all clue number 1. So we've got everything done. Okay, so I think we've got everybody tuned in. Let's go ahead and start stamping, okay? And maybe some people will join us. So I'm going to set this off to the side. Just set all of these kind of off to the side here. Okay. Okay, clue number 2. Let's get started. Take the designer series paper in the trimmer and cut off the bottom right-hand corner. Oh my gosh, we're already starting it already. Holy molies. Okay, so grab your trimmer, whatever you have, whatever size you have, and we are going to, so you just have your designer series paper, whichever side you want to use, and it's telling us to cut off the bottom right-hand corner. So it doesn't matter how much you cut off. I'm just going to cut off that much, bottom right-hand corner. Okay, and then I'm just going to set that down because I know that's the bottom right-hand corner. Set that down. Okay, I know we're cutting apart our designer series paper. Ah! Oh my goodness. But you're going to love this. You are going to love this. Okay, easy enough. Chopping up our designer series paper. Okay, number 3, turn the DSP in the trimmer and cut off the left bottom corner at an angle. So we're going to turn it, okay, and we're going to trim it off. We're going to trim off the other side, this other left-hand corner. So we're going to pick, it doesn't matter where you cut, we're just going to slice it off, okay, and I'm going to put this right here, like we're creating a puzzle. We are actually kind of creating a puzzle. So, and like I said, once you do this, then you can do it on your own, and you will have so much fun doing this. And it doesn't take very many supplies. Okay. Now, move your designer series paper up in the trimmer and cut diagonal piece from the middle to above the other cut. So it's just telling us that we're going to move this up. Okay, and we're going to cut from the middle of this side over to this other side. Okay, this will be our final cut. So we kind of cut off the top. Kind of cut the top off is what happened. Okay? So we have our puzzle pieces. Okay? Not hard yet, hopefully. I know, except for cutting up your designer series paper. That's kind of painful, but you'll love it. We're going to put it back together, but it's going to be fun. Okay, clue number 5. So, starting with the bottom right piece, adhere to the foil piece in the bottom right corner, leaving about a 1/8 inch border. Okay, so we are going to take this, our foil piece. Oh, and I am going to need glue because I want to be able to slide it around. Hold on just a second. I've got to find my glue. Okay. Here we go. I got some. Okay. So the thing with foil paper, though, is you don't want to get glue anywhere that you don't want it because you don't want to mess up your shininess. So what this is going to do is we're going to adhere this bottom piece. And I'm just going to put a little bitty bit of glue in there. I'm not going to overdo it because I don't want it to be going all over the place. And I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch. Okay? About 1/8 of an inch. You see how you can kind of slide it around a little bit, especially on this paper. But you're just wanting to glue that down. You don't want any glue to come out. My trimmer must be a little bit dull. And let me show you one thing you can do. If you think your trimmer is dull, what you can do is clean out this little thing inside. So I'm just going to use that little scrap that I have. And if you put your scrap piece of paper and just go back and forth like this, see how it gets those hairs out of there? See them? See that? That'll make it so it doesn't cut very well. So just kind of go back and forth and pull all those extra little furries from when you've been cutting paper. There you go. There. So there's a tip for you that you didn't even ask for. So anyway, okay, let's go on. Sorry, that was a little aside there. Okay, so let's go to clue number 6. I bet you can see where this is going. Place the bottom left piece the same, leaving a gap between the edges, or between the pieces. So we're putting our puzzle back together. Again, really light on the glue because we don't want it to go everywhere. And you're going to leave that slight little gap. Like I said, the glue helps you kind of move it around. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Okay. I think you know where this is going. You can probably figure it out. But see with that gold or bronze color in the background, how pretty that is? But you could use any color on your base. Okay. Here's 7. Adhere the middle piece the same way and the top piece putting the puzzle back together. Okay. So we've got this piece. Light on the glue. Put this piece back together. Best you can. There you go. I don't like those little fuzzy edges. Okay. See that? And kind of move it around a little bit. And then the top. I'm going to put the top back on. Light bit of glue. Okay. This got a little bit close. So I'm going to see if I can't move this down a little bit. Move that up a little bit. Perfect. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? I love it. I love it. I love it. I knew you guys would. I knew you guys would. Okay, here we go. So that's kind of the fun part. So now we have to get together. Oh, hey, Joyce. You're going to love this card. It's so easy. You can just rewatch it and you'll be good to go. You'll be good to go. So just watch from now on, or you can go ahead and cut yours right now because now we're just going to be assembling. So, okay, now you want to decide whether your card will be horizontal or vertical. So this will decide on your greeting piece. So you can trim your pieces accordingly. If vertical, you will need to cut your cardstock piece to 4 1/4 by 1 and your white vanilla piece. So it's just saying, so your greeting piece is going to either go like this or like this. So if you wanted to go across your card like that, you're going to, it's the right size right now to do that. Okay? If you want to do it this way, you're going to need to trim it down. So I'm going to go ahead and do it this way for this card because my other card has it the other way. So then I can show you both ways, okay? So I'm going to leave mine like this, but if you want yours the other way, go ahead and trim it now to 4 1/4 and this one to 4. Okay? And I think these measurements were a little bit bigger. So you might have to trim this down to 1 inch and 3/4 inch also. Okay? So this would be 4 by 3/4 and this is 4 1/4 by 1. Or right now this is 5 1/2. No, this would be 5 1/4 by 3/4, and this one is 5 1/2 by 1. Okay, so I think those measurements were a little bit off. You just need these to stack together. And you don't want to cover up too much of this, and it's not very wide, so that's why I was recommending that for you. So I'll give you just a minute if you have to trim that down. So trim your white piece to 3/4 inches and your colored piece to 1 inch. And then however long you want them, 5 1/2 and 5 1/4 or 4 1/4 by 4. Okay? So I think that's probably the most confusing thing, but I wanted you to be able to do your card either way because it is possible to do it either way. Okay, so now we're going to stamp our greeting. So I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to use congratulations because I got lots of things to celebrate lately. Sorry, I'm off camera there. And I got a little bit of an edge, so, because I'm kind of stamping off to the, I'm kind of crooked, so I apologize. There we go. That's the good thing about paper. It has 2 sides, people. Love it, huh? Everybody makes mistakes, so just flip it over and stamp on the other side. Okay? Okay, so we've stamped our greeting. And you could have a smaller greeting too. So this is, you can rearrange this so when you do your samples or you do this again, just redo it. You know, make your own medallion or use punches or dies. So, okay. Perfect. Okay. Layer onto your colored cardstock piece. So we're going to layer this onto this. Should be a little bit smaller. Oh, it's quite a bit smaller. I must have had my measurements off. That's okay. I'll add my embellishments there. Nope, it goes all the way across. Okay, so my white piece was a little bit short. That's okay. That is okay with me. Like I said, we will put our embellishments there. Okay, now that we've got that stacked. Okay, now we get to put the card together. Adhere the foil piece to the card front in the middle of the card using adhesive. So we're going to take this. Okay, remember this is where you can decide whether you want it vertical or horizontal, but it just means that your card's going to be like that or like that, either one, okay? You're still going to place this in the middle. Still going to be placed right in the middle. So there's that. Isn't that pretty with that gold foil? Are you guys using the foil? I would love to know if you had gold foil, or if you were just using a colored cardstock. What is on your card? I can't wait to see all your samples. Last month it was amazing. You guys sent me so many samples. It was so much fun. Okay. Okay, now we're going to adhere the greeting piece. Now this is where, if you had it like this, you would put it like that. Okay? You still could. You could go ahead and glue it down like that if you don't like it like this. That's how I made this card. But if you would like it like that, you changed your mind, just go ahead and adhere it down and then trim off the edges. Okay? I'm going to do mine like this, like I said, and I'm going to use dimensionals. Yep, we're going to use some dimensionals. Okay? Because I want this to pop up a little bit. And yes, I'm using scraps of dimensionals, so I'm just using the edges. So, yes, you can never be too frugal with your dimensionals. Okay? So, got that. I should be using my Take a Pick tool, but I'm not. Oh, not upside down. Okay. So then you decide where. I like my other one a little bit better because you don't cover up as much of the prettiness. You could put it down here and not cover up as much. You can do here. So let's just try it right in the middle on this one, and I'll show you the other sample later. Okay, so there is, isn't that, I love it. It really does make it with the shiny cardstock underneath. So whether you have silver or bronze or gold or the brushed or the shiny, whatever you have in your stash, I think that little bit of sparkle adds something. And then for the end, embellish. So I've got just these little embellishments here, and because I made this too long on one end, I think I will just place these. Oh, you scoot over there. Okay. And then this one, and like I said, these are just some little random pieces I had left over from a paper pumpkin, I believe. Okay. What do you guys think? What do you think of that one? And let me show you the other one. So here's that. So which one do you prefer? The vertical or the horizontal? Isn't that fun? So easy. So easy. Just take a small piece of designer series paper and cut it up into little bitty pieces, put it back together, leaving a little bit of a border under there. And look at that. I should have tried one with a different color. You know that? I should have, because I think these are both the same. Yeah, they're both kind of a bronze colored. Now everybody needs to go and buy some bronze or copper cardstock, huh? Or gold or silver. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. I can't wait to see your samples. Make sure you post them on my Facebook, or you can text them to me. I love sharing them. And don't forget to check out all my events that are coming up. I do have a lot coming up. I have a new Stampers Club starting in next month. So, not in October, the following month. I have a new club starting in November. So, but if you want to come to October's club, just let me know, sign up so you can see what it's all about. I would love to have you come. And thanks for tuning in. I can't wait to see your fun samples. Bye.